Hey, welcome into another Mystery Fifth Hour presented by McCurry Van and Car Rental. You see them right there. If you need a car, van, or truck, rent from McCurry. McCurry Van and Car Rental, the local rental company you can depend on. All kinds of vehicles to choose from that includes trucks, SUVs, and passenger vans. Easy to rent, in and out fast. Locations in Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, and Coleman on 2nd Avenue Northwest. Also, Skyland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa. Reserve your rental today, 256-559-1003 or McCurryRentals.com. Rockstar is in the box there. Jim Dunaway is in the oversized Buccaneers shirt. You say you've worn more than any piece of clothing in the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely, because I got this in 1998. And we're recording this now in the year 2024.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, so that's
been a minute.
I don't have another piece of clothing that long.
So how often do you wear it? Every other week?
I would say I wear it every weekend at some point.
Every single weekend?
Every weekend
even in the
at some
summer?
Point, yeah.
Wow.
Because it's chilly in the house. And
yeah.
Well,
as it should be.
I mean, a lot of times it's the first thing I throw on when I wake up. If I'm not going to jump initially in the shower, I'll go out and throw this on, grab a cup of coffee, hang out on the couch, chat up the kids and Maggie, and then jump in the shower, take this off and jump in the shower. Or I will lounge in this as I watch football. It's oversized. It's
do you remember Spencer's back in the day had the they were called fundies?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Underwear for two. It was kind of a novelty. That is a sweatshirt. I don't know what would you call it, Rocky, if it's for two?
Too much.
It's very snuggy like.
Well, yeah. Would Mark Mangino? Would that be titled Mark Mangino?
I think it would.
Well, hold your arms. No, hold your arms up again. It wouldn't be tight on his arms. Look how big those arms are.
No, this was made for somebody who played for the Bucs, probably.
Yeah. Do you think Lance
Warren Sapp? That would dwarf Sapp.
Yeah, Mark Mangino could wear that and it wouldn't be tight, right?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I think Mark Mangino. I mean, I think he would fit into that.
Why don't you just go and pull that A off?
No.
I mean, blasphemous.
It adds to
What are
it.
you saying? That A was like that when Tom Brady came to play.
No, it's perfectly centered, though. You just have a black A right there in the middle of it.
Oh, look, it sticks back up. You could just fix it.
Yeah, I could fix it, Brownie.
Yeah, you could. Lance is just in plain clothing, Dodgers and Rams. Sentimental meaning to either one of those?
No.
Not the longest I've got on Dolphins.
No, nothing.
I'm about to drink an Oreo Coca-Cola Zero. They brought these up to us. This is a creation with Coca-Cola and Oreo. We've had them in the cooler. I was going to grab a Diet Coke, but I thought I'm going to try this. You've tried it already.
I have. 8.5 out of 10. It's like a dessert drink.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I would drink it with my meal, but it was very tasty that day as I enjoyed it for a mid-afternoon snack. You're gonna enjoy it. At some point, it'll give you a Coke float vibe. But you taste the Oreo, you taste the
really
frosting.
Good.
Yeah, you taste the
really
Oreo,
good.
taste the frosting.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Coke Zero Oreo flavor.
Yeah.
Wow, 0 calories.
And by the way, zero calories. It's a dessert with 0 calories.
But you do not sacrifice any taste.
Nope, not at all.
Hey, and take that, Lane Kiffin. Big bird to you.
Mm-hmm.
In the stores, I think right now as you watch this, Oreos with Coke flavored cream in the middle.
I mean, if you drink those together, I just don't even know what's going on. All right. On today's Mystery Fifth Hour, Dunaway proposed a question. Now, I'm going to have to give some qualifiers here, but a question. The song you would guarantee you've heard more than any other song. Now, let's don't do the national anthem or Happy Birthday or something like that.
This would be songs you heard on the radio and or Spotify as you cruise around in your life.
Yeah, see, I think I've got mine in mind, but the thing is, wouldn't it make more sense if you went to the decade maybe you grew up in?
Maybe so. Like I grew up in the 80s, early 90s. So if I went in that decade. Now, some of this, too, though, is like, the Black Crowes are my favorite band. George Strait is my favorite country music.
See, that's where I'm kind of leaning is,
Yeah.
I won't change the channel on this one particular song when I hear it. I've actually sought out this song multiple times.
Okay, let's say this.
It's also involved in sporting events sometimes.
Oh, the one you got is?
Yeah.
Let's start this off by saying not one that we like, that we've added to by playing, just in our years of riding around.
I can't avoid it.
Listen to the radio, you have not been able to avoid it. What's one that jumps out to you? For me, one of them, back in the day when I would listen to the radio, was Brown Eyed Girl. It would come on a lot.
Really?
Growing up. Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison would come on a lot.
That was a bar staple, too. Every band.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard it on the radio.
How
Was Wolfman Jack? Was he the DJ?
Oh,
No,
he's
I'm
one
telling
of
you,
6 point.
Brown-eyed girl would come on the radio, and didn't Jimmy Buffett recover it? Somebody covered
A
it.
billion people have covered
Yeah, a
it.
lot of people like the Van Morrison version. The original version is nonstop. Like you would hear in bars nonstop.
Is Van Morrison the original, Rocky?
Yes.
So do you get requested to play that a lot?
Not anymore.
But you did back in the day?
They're all dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that summer '69 every year.
Did you ever play that?
No.
Yeah. You never played it?
I remember the Birmingham News years ago, and I'm talking, this is probably late 80s, early 90s. They did their list of the top 100 most overplayed songs. It was like in the lifestyle section on radio, and number one was Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven.
Overplayed?
Yeah.
I mean,
now,
it's a good song.
it's a great song, but
Over 8-minute song.
Yeah, that's true.
now that, and it's not really radio play friendly.
Yeah.
But now when you hear it, I never hear it anymore. It's much like Hotel California. Like they wore that out back in the day, but now when I hear it, it's like a really good classic song.
Yeah. Do you like Brown Eyed Girl, or you couldn't avoid it?
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just heard it a lot.
Do you like
now
Brown-Eyed Girls?
Now, yeah. Now that you bring it up, I mean, Hotel California would be one that I've heard a lot in my life, and Take It Easy and Take It to the Limit. Those Eagles used to get worn out all the time.
Am I wrong, Rockstar? I don't know if you remember the lyrics, but Brown Eyed Girl, is she not running through the field barefoot in one verse?
Oh God, I don't know.
Oh, that's right up my alley.
I was about to say, Jim, how do you not like this? I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, because my favorite Better Than Ezra song includes Running Through the Wet Grass.
Desperately wanting.
Desperately Wanting.
That's my
yes.
whole life, running through wet grass, barefooted, and desperately wanting something.
I think I'm wrong on that. I am so sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
But I thought she was running through a meadow or something like that barefoot.
I've got a list here from Far Out Music. Most played songs on radio of all time. The number one song is "Every Breath You Take," The Police.
What? See, this is so weird because now,
You stream it. You
yeah,
only listen to what you
and
want
I
to
build
listen.
my playlist, so
That's
they're
right.
not overplayed. Now I like these songs, right? It's not just something that finds me. I find it.
You have to think back to your radio days when you couldn't miss it. And this is why I've never been a big classic rock guy, because it felt like it was the same songs all the time. If you were if you were on a 5-hour trip and you were listening to classic rock, it felt like you were listening to the same songs for 5 hours every time you were on that trip.
Yeah, but now over the last 15, 20 years that you've been able to choose your own music, even further back, I mean, you had cassette tapes and singles and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it is something that you like. It's got to be.
That's right. You change. You don't have to change a channel or wait till the next song. You're able to just play the songs you want to play.
So I'll even start. I remember listening to this in a bar in Brentwood called the Armadillo Room.
Now, this is Brentwood in L.A.
Back in 1996. And basically the year before is when the song came out. But every time I hear it, I still listen to it all the time. Done it on karaoke. I don't karaoke, but California Love.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and Tupac. And really a great collaboration. Very good video. Kind of Mad Max theme back in the day. But that's one of those songs they play at sporting events still, especially with me watching the Lakers.
California.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's nothing like.
The Sea Scarecrow.
But for the last 30 years, basically, it really hasn't ever timed out. I mean, it's a timeless kind of really good collaboration rap genre song.
Every time you hear it, does it take you back to the Armadillo Room?
Not there. There's a lot of different memories with that song.
Can you describe the Armadillo Room?
The
Sounds
Armadillo Room, I remember the first thing I noticed, I was with a guy named Anthony Vallone, who used to, he was kind of the manager of the place I waited tables, Mainline Brewery. And we walked in, and Klinger, what was Klinger's real name, the actor?
Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr's daughter was in there, yeah. And he was
So
friends
random.
with Jamie Farr's daughter. I'll
Did
never
she
forget
get
that.
the nose or
But
no?
She had the nose, and she looked like Jamie Farr.
Wow.
That's probably why
Female-
she was surrounded by females.
Female JB4.
But there was a table of them up here, and then there was a dance floor down low, and then just a full bar. I mean, it was kind of a small, like, honky-tonk, but with a dance floor. It was kind of cool. And I'll tell you who else was in there, and he was piss-hammered, was Jack Wagner. He had just gotten off the golf course, guy that was in Melrose Place, a lot of different soap operas, but a really good golfer. Have you
That's
heard
right.
that?
Oh, yeah. Jack Wagner could play. He used to play
but
a
he
lot
was-
in that
he was-
Lake Tahoe event.
he was-
He came to Bruno's one year.
Maybe. I don't know.
Had a
100%.
lot of sun. It was like in March or April. He had just gotten off the golf course with a visor, had cocktail in hand, cruising the dance floor, looking for whatever
Looking
he was
for,
going to dominate that night.
Yeah, because he was at that time 50s or 60s. Was he that old?
He was probably in his early 50s, and
Yeah.
I think he was just divorced or about to marry somebody famous. I forgot who he was with.
And average age of the female in the Armadillo room that night was probably
24.
24. So Jack was on the prowl.
Yeah.
Jack was on the prowl. I think growing up in Alabama, I'm willing to say either Freebird or Sweet Home Alabama might top the list for me of songs I've heard the most that I didn't just necessarily seek out. I don't hate either one of them. But, boy, you hear that a lot growing up in this state.
I think Freebird is the better song.
I would agree with you on that.
Now, it's gotten a bad, I don't know, maybe a bad rap based on the fact that it's become kind of the laughing thing. I know Rockstars had to deal with it a million times.
That one guy. He's a funny
Play
guy.
Freebird.
He's a
You
funny guy.
still get that at
It's
shows?
almost the guy at the
Well, 'cause
golf
now he's
at
being
the
ironic.
golf tournament. Get in the hole.
Yeah.
Now he's being ironic because I just said it because everybody always says it.
Right.
It makes you the
I
problem.
wasn't
Now
trying
he's
to make
being
you
ironic,
laugh. Yeah. Well, my favorite story about Freebird is that and I don't know if this is covered in that documentary that we all like, If I Leave Here Tomorrow,
Yep.
but when the group Leonard Skinner started, they were trying to get a record contract, and they got turned down by their first 9. Okay,
Wow.
their first 9, and the song they were shopping was Freebird. And all the
Too
record
long?
company said it's too long. And it was long by design, Rockstar, because they did it in the middle of a concert. This is covered in the documentary. They would do it in the middle of the concert to let Ronnie rest his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe go pee.
I've never
Johnny,
understood the
rest his
too
voice.
long of a song. Like, I know Bohemian Rhapsody, that was kind of the knock on that too. But like, if it's a good song, like,
But it was the radio geeks back then.
You get
It can't be
blocks.
longer than this.
You
Can't-
need 3.5 minutes. You
no,
know,
they
we
still. I mean, there's some songs that are like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah. Country songs back then had to be 2.5.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right.
randomly, Rockstar, I don't know if you can check this. Rich Girl by Hall & Oates.
Oh, it's
I think it's like 2:20.
Yeah.
The less you had to write. I mean, that was easy. But yeah, Freebird, they didn't like it because it was so long. And I mean, but just think about in hindsight, 9 record companies listened to Freebird and didn't like it.
Yeah.
Enough to sign them to a contract. Like, even if it's too long, you're like, okay, we can shorten these guys, but they're really good. I
Yeah.
mean, these guys are good. We'll make them sing shorter songs.
I don't think they had short songs, though.
they didn't. They did not care if you know anything about that group.
That was good, though. For me, it's a memory as well, so I played it a lot more. But I don't listen to it a lot now.
Tonic?
But I did a lot. I did a lot in the 80s and 90s because it goes back to the Miracle Strip in Panama City when I thought I was going to get a chance to kiss Babby Hokai.
38 special?
Babby
38
freaking Hoka. Yeah.
38 special.
The leftovers of Leonard Skinner.
Caught up in you, man.
Oh, I
Caught
thought
up
it
in
was
you.
Hold On Loosely. It's caught up in you?
Yeah, I'm so caught up in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Girl.
And
I don't know which is better. Those are my 2 favorite 38 special songs.
I think Caught Up in You is better. I think.
it's that ride that, I mean, it's so quick. It just does the loop around. And
Right.
it's like winter and summer on each side of it. And you went through the ice and then the heat. And we rode that thing and that song was playing. And I thought, this
You
is
ride it with Babby?
Yeah.
Did you
and
pull a Mark Wahlberg in Fear with Reese Witherspoon?
I don't know the reference, but
No, he didn't.
I do know that when we got off that thing, I thought, this is going to be the night.
This is it.
My 2 years of having a crush on this girl, she now has ridden this ride with me, and we're going to kiss tonight.
So
And she banged your best friend.
And we
was
did
it,
not. We
Was
did
it
not
was it one of the small
We're
carts?
going to kiss
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
It's
Boy,
two
your
people.
expectations, man.
So did you go arm around her, or did y'all just?
I think she put her arm around me because I was scared. I don't know.
Babby, hold me like what? But I mean, that's a perfect spot for you right there because you're naturally crammed into that
Yes,
car together.
and-
That was
and-
perfect. Probably leg touching leg. You got a little soft leg on that knee, didn't
And
you?
I think it was on the charts at the time.
Yeah.
So from that moment on, every time I heard that song, to today, when I hear
Yeah.
that song, I am back on the Miracle Strip,
Hey.
caught up in you.
Be honest. Did you sit, a little more spread so you could rub that leg a little bit, like leg on leg?
Oh yeah. My hand was down there.
That's right, yeah. I mean,
like on her leg.
Yeah, car moving around a lot. No telling what you're gonna touch.
Yeah.
Dunaway's fingers crossed she's going to pull out the strap on later.
So that night, you get off the ride. What happens?
I think we were going next, and we went somewhere next.
Oh, I'm
and
going
we
up here with Steve.
Walked around, and she did eventually, and eventually hang out with
I'm
somebody.
going to drop you
else,
off on the way to La Vila.
Yeah, we walked back to all the big groups staying at the same hotel. We walked back, and she ended up going to a much cooler party than I was invited
Did you
to.
ever kiss her?
In history?
Yes.
I'm going to plead the fifth there, but yes.
Okay. Do you? So you finally got that kiss.
Finally.
But did it deliver? Was it as good as you wanted it?
She have
to?
smoker's breath?
No, she did not. She did not. It was the best.
Because I was going to ask if you always regret not just diving in.
No, I don't, because
You never know what was going to
Is
happen.
she the one
might
you
have been
missed
waiting
on?
it.
no, she was way out of my league. Way out of my league.
So was she blacked out?
When I kissed her?
Yeah.
No. It was just one moment in time. One night. One
That's a
kiss.
Whitney Houston song.
One night,
Do you
one kiss.
do you like? But you don't regret not trying it that one time.
No,
no. We
My
got
life,
off that ride.
My wife,
No,
life.
it's got nothing to do with Maggie.
I know,
It's-
but it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
If I'd have been tied up with Babby, I'd have got a big head back then. Who knows? I may have tried to make it to the big leagues in baseball.
Yeah, would have worked out.
Is
for you.
Babby still around?
She is. She's married in New York, and near Nashville, I guess, Franklin.
Oh, big money. Can't hide it.
Hey, I
think they have
guess
a
she's
ranch.
near Nashville in Franklin on a ranch.
1283.
She was wearing a yellow sundress yesterday, but
1283 shorter drive.
I hope that eye surgery went well.
wow.
Now, Rockstar, you have played tons of music, so I don't know how you're going to answer this question. That the song you think you've heard more than any.
Well, the songs I've heard more than anything are Mr. Brightside.
Oh, you've heard it that much?
You hear it nonstop.
Yeah, they do play it all the time.
I Want It That Way. Life is a Highway because of my son.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I want it that way. How does that go?
I want
But-
it that
Backstreet Boys?
way.
Yep.
Tell me why.
By the way,
No,
Tom Cochran's version's so much better
It
than
is.
Rascal
I don't
Flatts.
like either one, but I would agree with you.
And I don't seek out I Want It That. I just remember that was what 99. That was or 98, 99. That was everywhere.
What is?
Life
Life is a Highway was?
No,
Well,
I Want It That Way.
no, but Life is a Highway, you get it a lot because your little one likes cars, right?
Every day.
Yeah, Life is a Highway, the original was 93, I think. 92
Yeah.
or 93.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol theme song.
How does it go? Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
Whenever you're in trouble, we'll be there on the double.
That's right.
No
Who's your
jobs
favorite?
too
Who's your
big,
favorite?
No
Paw-
pups too small. Zuma, because he never gets used.
Zuma.
Hey, but see that will go away, because for me it was the Wiggles years, and it was
Well, no, he has
head,
a-
shoulders, knees and toes, knees and
We
toes.
still do those too. So he has a little cart he rides on, but he puts a button he presses and does the theme song, and it's just like Paw Patrol, 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 Paw Patrol.
So he wants to hear it all the
No,
time?
he just likes pressing the button. And it's just like, and
it just restarts.
Batteries die. He's
Yeah.
got that since his first birthday.
Oh,
Batteries
and-
die, and it's still going.
Yeah.
Hey,
By the
it's
way,
funny. I thought of you the other day because I saw this, and it was a real video where this mom gets frustrated with her kid, and she takes the toy and punts it.
Yeah.
is it a good kick?
Yeah, enough of this shit.
Then I have a tantrum on my hand.
Yeah, it was a pretty good kick.
Seven Nation Army. Machine Head. Oh my God, how many times have you all heard Machine Head?
Seven Nation Army is worn out
And
in
it
sporting
used to
events.
be, I'm finally getting my wish. It used to be Mustang Sally, but that is finally fading away.
I hate that
They've
song.
all died.
You used to tell me you'd walk into a bar, and if they were playing that, you'd
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
around and
yeah.
walk right out.
That's awful.
I'm not doing that, especially if the jukebox is fresh. Like, no.
What is the most requested song you've been asked to sing?
It varies. Used to be Wagon Wheel.
People really want to hear you
They've
sing.
died
This
off
is-
too.
this is 15,
But
20
people
years
that
ago.
want to sing it, She Talks to Angels, right?
They'll give you a $10 bill in a little handshake.
So that has happened to you before. That somebody's like, "Hey, will you play She Tells
Probably-
Angels and I'll sing it?"
1 or 2, 3 years in a row, maybe.
Oh, same person then. It's a trend.
Sweet used to be Sweet Home Alabama. Freebird's always the funny joke. Wonderwall, get Wonderwall still.
Oh, I love
that's a
that
good one to
song.
play.
Yeah.
Do you play it?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine asking a guy that's a rock star is a guy in a guitar at a bar gig to play Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just.
How does it go though with the riff?
Yeah. I don't know.
You did the.
You did.
You played the hell out of that guitar though.
Yeah, you come take it in the commercial.
Hey, so
Don't
when
worry,
your
I've got another
parents
one.
used to have people over dancing and you were doing your leagues downstairs with your imaginary friends,
Yeah.
did they ever dance to Leonard Skinner?
Who, my mom and dad?
Yeah.
They
Tuesday's
did,
Gone?
They did.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
dance. That'd be a good slow dance on Tuesday's Going.
That was usually when I was like 10, 11, when we'd be over at Bobby and Jean's parties, and Take It to the Limit was big.
Take it.
They would always slow dance to that.
Yeah. That's kind of a long song too. Isn't
Not
it?
always with each other.
Whoa, they'd swap off.
Well, people were, it's a lot of people. So you walk down, and sometimes mom
You
would
get
be
confused,
dancing with
disoriented, start grabbing things.
Why are you dancing with the mailman?
Did it ever end like a Sling Blade night with Dwight Yoakam? Where somebody had a little too much and he'd get pissed off? We don't need to practice, Randy.
I went to college in the 80s. So Everybody Wants to Rule the World was played a lot.
Tears
back
for
then.
Fears?
Yeah. That was
I
big.
still get that confused with Breakfast Club.
It was also Dennis Miller as well. You talk about "Don't Forget About Me."
Yeah, I
Simple
get
Minds?
that. Yeah, that's those two kind of have a similar theme for whatever reason.
Because they're very close. At 85, and I think Tears for Fears. That was actually 86 or 87 because Shout was one of the.
What was the bigger song though?
Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I think it's very niche for because that's the only thing they had was Simple Minds was that song, and they had one more, Alive and Kicking, and that's it. I can't think of another song by them, but at least Tears for Fears had more songs.
Yep.
All right.
By the way, this was another one of my bad.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but Dunaway turned in 4 downs when you were gone, Reichstar. Are you aware of this story? You were out.
Tyler kind of gave me the gist of it.
Dunaway did 4 downs, and it arrived to me and Lance during trivia, and Lance was like, these are not good.
Well, I thought Tyler had done them, and I was like, damn, I thought Tyler would do better than this. And then I noticed it was Dunaway trying to jump the gun. Yeah. So then I just asked Tyler if he wanted to put his 4 downs in.
Yeah, and we did not school Tyler on how to deal with Jim on these topics. So Tyler went straight to Jim and said,
hey, we're not using your 4 downs. Yeah. They didn't like it. I've got
he asked me to do 4 more downs.
Yeah, that's what he did. They did not like yours. So
I haven't brought it up but 3 or 4, 5, 600 times since.
But we have so far parlayed 2 of the 4 downs into a Mystery Fifth Hour.
Wow, so they must have been incredible.
They are not as bad as you give them credit for being. Mystery Fifth Hour presented by McCurry Van and Car Rental, local rental company you can depend on. All kinds of vehicles to choose from, including trucks, SUVs, and passenger vans. Easy in, easy out. They get you in and out fast, easy to rent. Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, Coleman on 2nd Avenue Northwest, and Skyland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa. Call today, 256-559-1003 or McCurryRentals.com. Please give this a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do it and set your alerts so you know when we go live. A lot of times we're out of our normal time live. Our normal time is 9 to noon. Sometimes we're out of that live. And follow us on social media at Next Round Live.
I've at least got a tie because we've used 2 of the 4 here. If next week we do, if you had to have a manual labor job, what would you be good at? If we do that one, it's a winner for me.
All right, tune in next Friday. If you had to have a manual labor job.
I think this is the one where LT said, I'm not doing that.
Which one would it be? Yeah. We'll see.
I didn't say that.
The next Mystery Fifth Hour presented by McCurry Van and Car Rental.